clear now that I'm here. And we are live on YouTube at Blacknificent Media. So if you are just joining us live on YouTube, do well to subscribe and like the video and share as well. Especially if you find this information, these videos informative, educative, and most importantly, is it serving a purpose for you in general? Like and subscribe to the channel, and let's go at Blacknificent Media. And those of you on TikTok, do well to share as well, and let's learn. So tonight, we are going to react to an interview Stonebwoy's wife, Louisa, Dr. Louisa, gave on TV3, where she explained certain things. And also, I've seen a trend on Clubhouse, on TikTok, on YouTube, where some African, not Ghanaian, just Ghanaian, some African women want to impose what they believe on younger women. Okay? They are trying to make it looks like it is now a norm. It is now the norm. And if you don't do what they are preaching, you are making a mistake. You are committing a crime. What norm am I talking about? Some women are trying to let younger women feel that there's some cast in stone age that you should get married. And that there's some age in which if you are a young girl and you're a woman, a girl, and you get married within that age bracket, you've made a perpetual mistake. You've committed a sin. Okay? And they make it look like, and the reason they give, and as usual, this fear-mongering thought that they want to put on young women, instead of at least give variety of information, let these young girls choose. No. They are doing what their grandmasters know best and have taught them. I'm talking about the feminist movement. Always, instead of using science, data, logic to convince people to join their fold, no. They always try to use fear. And I've told you, any movement, any organization that does not respect science, biology, logic, and reality, the best way they use to recruit people is fear. I'm telling you, the best way any organization, any movement that do not respect biology and science, logic, the best strategy they use to recruit people to follow them is fear. And it's sad. Okay? So there is this notion flying around on social media and in our homes, where some women who are a bit older are trying to let younger women think that if you marry at a certain age, you've made a mistake. And when you ask them why, the only reason they have is based on fear. It's not based on science. The only reason they have is that if you marry in your 20s, you don't have experience. If you marry in your 20s, you are not mature. And there's even some men who are joining that thing on TikTok. A man, a young guy for that matter, went to a young girl's platform, a girl of 23 years who have married, and asked her, at your age, what experience do you have to get married? Is that your wife? Is that your sister? Yeah, you understand? So tonight we are here to debunk this notion and give scientific reasons for young women to choose based on knowledge, based on science, based on information. Okay, so I have two videos here that I will play. Stonebwoy's wife has done an amazing job on this topic on TV3. Shout out to TV3 and the Bellamundi and her team. And on YouTube, we've titled it, Stonebwoy's wife has disappointed the feminist Occult grandmasters. Yes. And so we're going to go there. So, quickly, I want my people on TikTok to also have a feel on the things the people on YouTube will be enjoying. So, let me project and then let my people on TikTok also see. Yeah, I think this girl is called Beauty Diamond or something. Yeah, the Beauty Diamond. And let's listen to how a man, this one wasn't a woman, a man wanted to bully her.
Obi actually the comment section was said, you this small girl, you go marry. She, Mama can't I'm sure. And when you focus it, age is just a number. More 23 years, make no 40 years. And so, many it's 9 chair. I feel in 6 months and a wire me one dear. Say a cassa warrior, and your bear man a warrior or ban a worry. Now, my mim be some sacco shoey. When it comes to marriage, are you matured enough to handle a man? Can you handle your man? So, obi, I will forbid every time the baby man and mouse a worry now. Who bet me a handle nana? And me my uncophobia, one see. Into war banner will say, we now would say a crow. And the quanya will be fast or be yeno. She, who will remove her? Moon name said, Cassacha Bema, or be crying romantic, or be crying and telephone free new consent, and my feel, and I mean Duca. Or be actual comment section was say, you this small girl, you go marry. She, Mammy can't summon sure. And when you focus it, age is just a number.
Okay, so that was it. And funny enough, the person who made that comment to this young lady was not even a woman, was a man. And thinks that he has the audacity, that manner. Okay? So tonight we are here to debunk the idea that when a girl marries at a younger age, she stands the risk of getting divorced or not having a successful marriage. We are going to debunk that assertion right here and now. But what makes it amazing is Stonebwoy's wife. Stonebwoy's wife, Dr. Louisa. For those of you who don't know, Stonebwoy's wife is a doctor, a medical doctor. She has shattered and disappointed the feminist grandmasters in Ghana. They wanted her to say that, oh, I made a big mistake in marrying early. No, she didn't. Nana Mama Brown and Jacko has a movie where Ma Brown was Jacko's daughter. And Jacko was complaining that there is hope, bro. I'm doing well. Sister Ohima Phoebe, you're welcome. And yeah, welcome to each and everyone. Sometimes I don't see the names well here. Yeah. Okay. So Ajako was complaining that he has a friend whose daughter is very, very wise. But he doesn't understand why his own daughter, Nana Mama Brown, is very foolish in that movie. And listen to Ma Brown's response. Ma Brown said, Daddy, but somebody has given birth to his daughter with wisdom. It means that Ma Brown was telling the father that man whose daughter is wise, genetically was wise. That's why the daughter is wise. Therefore, if you are not wise and me, your daughter, I'm not wise, don't complain. You understand? The fact that you could not get married in your 20s and you didn't have anyone teaching you how to get married, and you didn't even know that marriage is just like, or relationship is just like any course you pick at the university. The way, if you don't study, you cannot go to level 400 and write exams and pass. Nobody can sit at home and not study anything and just jump and go and sit in a final year in the university or senior high school and fail at the exams. It's the same way. If we don't make conscious effort to study how to be successful in relationships, being it marriage, being it business, being it whatever, will fail. So some of us, we didn't have parents who were teaching us growing up to make us husbands. We didn't have parents who were teaching us to make us successful wives. If your parent did not teach you, if your parent and your family who brought you to this world made you put marriage in the cupboard and only concentrate on education and career, and because of that, you couldn't get married in your 20s, don't come and project your fears onto somebody whose parent knew that you can go to the highest level of education as a woman and still combine marriage with it. Okay? I'm going to play Stonebwoy's wife's voice explaining why she got married at the age of 25 and has never regretted. The feminist cabal, the feminist grandmasters in Ghana wanted to hear Stonebwoy's wife saying that, I've regretted getting married early to prove a point. No, it is your parent who didn't know that you can go to any level in education, any level in your career, in your dreams, and still be a wife. If your parent did not teach you that, don't project your failures and your fears on others. How dare you go to comment on somebody's wife video? Okay, you're welcome. And ask her, you this little small girl, what experience do you have to get married? She's not your sister. She's not your wife. The success of marriage is depend on the age. No, the success of marriage depend on your knowledge. So if you start learning about how to become a successful wife from age 18 and you get married at age 24, 23, 25, you can be successful. Many of us think that relationship is something that you can stay out of it for years. And anytime you say you are ready, you jump into it without learning anything and be successful or start learning from there. No. Research has shown that many people who are what we call wife materials, who end up going into relationship and being successful, having lesser rate of relationship divorce rates, are people who come from families where they take marriage serious. So it's not by accident. And those people who want everybody, every young woman to believe that you have to get married after 30 or at 30 years, at the same time will not stay in even a long-term relationship. They are just enjoying casual sexual relationships, thinking that they are picking experience. You are not picking any experience. Most of you are picking trauma. It is trauma. Your parents did not take serious training you to become a wife. And you use all your 20s to have casual sex. And you think that you have a better relationship than someone whose parents taught them or they themselves took it upon themselves to learn how to be a wife at a tender age and decided they knew what they wanted. So they got the right men who could help them to get what they want and got married with them. Okay? So let's go to Stonebwoy's wife. How she answered why she has never regretted in getting married at the age of 25 and still enjoying it. So let me flip the TikTok camera to make sure my people on TikTok also have access to enjoy what Dr. Louisa is going to say because it's very, very, very important. It's very, very, very important. Okay, so my YouTubers are covered and TikTokers are also covered. So let's go.
You got married at what age? 22? 23?
25.
25 thereabout. On hindsight, would you say it was too early? No. Would you have waited a little longer
for
marriage?
Why wait?
Why not wait?
So I think that, life is not, a linear process where you have to wait to accomplish this and have 100% success in this before you move to the next thing. If it happens and you feel like it is right, you have the support of your family, I think you should definitely go for it. I'm somebody who is very ambitious and goal-oriented, and same as Stone. So I noticed that he was going to be a great helper for me to pursue and achieve my personal goals. And so, that's, I think, put it all together for me, and it helps. So I think that I don't think I got married too early. And I think I'm still pursuing my dreams and all of that. So the job is getting done.
You said something very important. So you noticed something about him that made you make that decision. The fact that he was going to help you also achieve your goals.
Yes.
Just like you'd help him. So you'd say that thing is very important in choosing a partner?
Yes, I tell you, even when I was in school, like these are some of the little things that, tell you a lot about the person. When I was in school, and I'm studying for exams and things like that, he works a lot at night too. They are always in the studio and stuff, and he knows maybe I'm studying, I'm staying up to study. He stays up with me, keeps calling, are you still awake? He would actually quiz you about what you learned to make sure that you weren't dozing off. Those kind of little things,
That's sweet.
Yeah, imagine he say, okay, send me the slides you were reading. He will go through and he'll ask you a question on slide maybe 25.
But did he even understand what he was reading?
No, but at the same time, he was, putting me on my toes to make sure that I know I'm going to be quiz, so I better read and understand this thing. So those kind of little things were all
great. At what age? 22? 23?
20.
Okay, welcome back. So you heard Dr. Louisa. I'm going to be playing and pausing her response as to whether she regret marrying early. And you heard her. She was emphatic and bold. She's not 30. She has 2 kids. Okay? And all things being equal, if they decide they are not giving birth again, and they decide they want to do the traveling, the enjoyment and everything, they can. I'm not by this means saying that if somebody decides to marry at 30, 32, they have also made a mistake. That is their choice. Okay? So I am using this video to buttress what we are doing tonight to tell you that let people have variety of information to choose from. That court, that cabal, that is trying to bring people into their fold because they have delayed. They want everybody to delay, and the means by which they are doing that is to put fear into people in making those decisions is wrong. Let's listen to Louisa again, Stonebwoy's wife, and then I'll play, pause, and then explain certain things.
At what age? 22? 23?
25.
25 thereabout. You got married at what age? 22? 23?
25
thereabout. On hindsight, would you say it was too early? No. Would you have waited a little longer
for
marriage?
Why wait?
Why not wait?
So I think that, life is not, a linear process where you have to wait to accomplish this and have 100% success in this before you move to the next step.
Wait a minute here. Stonebwoy's wife is dropping gems here. Belamundi asked her, would you say on the hindsight, you should have waited a little bit before getting married with Stonebwoy? And she asked, wait for what? It's a marriage. She said, no. Life is not a linear kind of thing where you need to achieve everything before you start something. Okay? You see, I know some of Dr. Louisa's close friends, okay, who are also female doctors. And per my conversations with them, Louisa is from a well-to-do family. So let me tell you, most of the people say, oh, you have to get to a certain age as a woman before you get married. Don't do now you're here. Majority of it because of poverty. 2, many of them, because of the poverty, parents or even don't talk about marriage. They think that having the education and the career will guarantee you a long, successful marriage. No. You getting the knowledge of how to sacrifice, how to be with somebody. The mental maturity from people who have done it before, successfully before, ahead of you, helps. And you also knowing what you want as an individual woman and the kind of man that can help you get that. And we are going to listen to Dr. Louisa, Stonebwoy's wife, again. She mentioned why she chose Stonebwoy. That is why I treated the topic of unconditional love about 3 days ago. Okay? That is nothing like, forgive me, those on TikTok, I'm not giving you eye contact. The YouTube camera is up. Very soon I'll cut the YouTube channel and then I'll focus on you. So forgive me. So welcome, Afia 50. Welcome. And welcome to Tonita as well. Okay? So, relationship, being it business relationship, being it casual relationship, being it romantic marriage relationship, is just like the course you do at senior high school, the course you do at the university. If you don't give it time, you can't be successful with it. So people like Stonebwoy's wife came from a family where they valued relationship, they valued marriage. So from the way she's speaking, she was given the foundation by her parent early in life. And she knew that she wanted to become a doctor. But she said she doesn't think that she needs to get everything before she get married. As a matter of fact, the only person that is mandatory to get so many things before they get married is a man. It's a man. And that is why the rich people will continue to be rich. And the poor will continue to be poor. Okay? Because our perception about relationship are all flawed with fear. The fear of, if I don't get everything as a woman, a man is going to draw for me. As we say in Ghana, if I don't get everything as a woman, a man is going to maltreat me. Yes. If you have that mentality, you will meet men who will always maltreat you, even when you get the money. Yes. So Stonebwoy's wife said, I don't think relationship life is a linear way where you have to get everything before you start a relationship with someone. You have to look at what you want, where you are coming from, what you want. And once you find someone that can help you achieve that. And she mentioned that what she wanted, she saw it in Stonebwoy. Many of you believe in this non-existent idea of unconditional love. So even when you have a desire, you have an interest, you lie to yourself that you don't want it from your man. If you meet a man and then you're saying that I'm choosing this man because of this thing that I want, people think they've committed a crime. You have not committed any crime. As a matter of fact, as a man or a woman, today we are talking about women here, getting to know what you want and finding who has it is number one. And that is what Stonebwoy's wife did. Let's go back and listen to Stonebwoy's wife again.
If it happens and you feel like it is right, you have the support. So I think that, life is not, a linear process where you have to wait to accomplish this and have 100% success in this before you move to the next thing. If it happens and you feel like it is right, you have the support of your family, you know, I think you should definitely go for it. I'm somebody who is very ambitious.
She said something. If you think it is right and you have the support of your family. I'm loving this conversation. This is a medical doctor. She started dating Stonebwoy when she was a medical student at KNUST. And she's saying that she had the support of her family. Meaning that she discussed her relationship and the family were in support. A rich family like that did not say, oh, you have to finish your this and after this work for this so years. No. They knew what they have put in their daughter. So they trusted her that you can do it. And she knew what she wanted and she find that thing in Stonebwoy. Let's continue.
Just and goal-oriented, and same as Stone. So I noticed that he was going to be a great helper for me to pursue and achieve my personal.
Yeah.
So a medical doctor, she was able to relinquish some things into the hands of her then boyfriend or fiancé that she knew Stonebwoy could help her achieve some of her things. Some of us from even poor families, because we've heard that thing, we put that fear in our mind. We are like, me, I don't want to need anything from a man. I want to be independent. Nobody, that is one of the biggest lies we say to ourselves. Nobody can be independent. And nobody is independent. So she saw what Stonebwoy can do for her. That's why she was able to settle with Stonebwoy at that younger age. So I'm going to come on the statistics about which age prevent you from having a faster divorce versus which age in which when a woman get married can have a lasting long relationship in her marriage. Okay? Some time ago, we all thought and believed that if you marry as a woman in your 30s or mid-30s, you have gathered a lot of experience. And we thought that helped you to be successful in your marriage. And of course, some people, when they married, were a bit older, the experience they've gathered helped them to be successful in their marriage. And there were others who also did well. As a matter of fact, the statistics shows that at a time in history, or some time ago, those who were marrying after 30 had a relatively successful, long-lasting relationship. So that one is there. But even that, the studies also shows that it did not happen just because they were experienced or they are aged. No. Their understanding about relationship, better communication skills, and their mental toughness. And the statistics also shows that people who married too early, a woman who married too early, had a higher chances of getting divorced. And the statistics also shows that those who married in their mid-20s, and majority of whom did not do cohabitation, also had a successful marriage rate. Whilst currently the statistics is showing that more women who married after 32 upwards have higher rate of divorce. But that aside, it is not my job to tell you that if you get married early or mid-20s or after 30 is the best. And therefore tell women, go get married within your 20s or 30s. Now, the information is there. Choose from what you think will help you. Rather than a bit older women trying to put fear in younger women.
Goals. And so
that if you marry early, you stand a chance of having early divorce. Why? Because you are not matured. Let me ask a question. Does maturity come by itself? No. Maturity does not come by itself. Maturity comes from learning. So ask yourself, you the one who is trying to put fear in someone to get married early, when did you start taking relationships serious? When did you start learning to be with someone? When did you start learning proper communication skills so that you can be with someone? Probably you started so late. And you actually put marriage in the dustbin. Concentrated on education, which is good, career, which is good. But Dr. Louisa, Stonebwoy's wife, combined education, career with marriage earlier. So I could see how many people who were watching the show on TV3 were waiting for her to say that, oh, I've regretted getting married early. No. The things that she's saying, one, she had a supportive family who understand the importance of marriage. She had a family who understand that marriage, education and career does not replace family. And she getting married right after school is not a crime. And she getting married right after school does not mean a man will walk over her. She knew herself. If you put at the back of your mind that if you get married early in your 20s, a man will walk over you. Yes, a man will walk over you. And if you're not careful, even when you marry in your 40s, if a man will walk over you, a man will walk over you. Because if you don't know how to carry yourself as a woman, you will not get the best thing you want from men. Many women are crying these days. They are not getting the best they want from their men. Let's put irresponsible men aside. Some women are with responsible men, but they cry of not getting the best they want from their men. Because if you don't know what you want, you will not know how to get it. And Louisa, from her choice of words, she knew what she wanted. She said she's a dream-oriented person. Stonebwoy is a dream-oriented person. I've been telling you this thing here, that love, romance does not sustain relationship. Rather, interest, values, and purpose. And she said, Dr. Louisa said that she is a dream, goal-oriented person. Stonebwoy is goal-oriented person. And the things she wants in life from a partner, she saw it in Stonebwoy. To the extent that Stonebwoy already had in school. Let's listen to that.
I mean, that's, I think, put it all together for me, and it helps. So I think that I don't think I got married too early. And I think I'm still pursuing my dreams and all of that. So the job is getting done.
You said something very important. So you noticed something about him that made you make that decision. The fact that he was going to help you also achieve your goals.
Yes.
Just like you'd help him. So you'd say that thing is very important in choosing a partner?
Yes, I tell you, even when I was in school, like these are some of the little things that, tell you a lot about the person. When I was in school and, I'm studying for exams and things like that, he works a lot at night too. They are always in the studio and stuff. And he knows maybe I'm studying, I'm staying up to study. He stays up with me, keeps calling, are you still awake? He would actually quiz you about what you learned to make sure that you weren't dozing off. Those kind of little things,
That's sweet.
Enough of the voice of Dr. Louisa. Thank you very much for shaming the cabal. okay, for shaming the cabal. Many older women are putting fear in younger women. Not out of information, not out of science, not out of knowledge, not out of data, rather out of fear. Hey, if you get married early as a young girl, you are not matured. Maturity does not come from air like manna. It comes from your purpose, your intention to learn. So there are people who use their 20s to 30s doing nothing about how to understand the opposite gender. And they think that because they are 30, they are qualified, they are matured. You are not matured. You learn nothing. And it worsens it when that period that you were not learning how to understand the opposite gender, you were also engaging in casual sex. You don't become a matured woman. You become a woman with baggage and trauma. But if you were learning how to be with somebody, how to stay with people, that is where you can say that the number of years that you spent before you got married made you a mature person. So please, young women, don't listen to anyone to also put pressure on you. Just that some people put pressure on older women that they are getting late, so therefore they should get married. Don't let anyone pressure you, whether you are old or young. Anybody that wants to talk to you about whether to get married early or to get married late, let them show you the information. Let them help you with data, statistics. Read it by yourself or listen to you by yourself and make good judgment by your own self. Okay? Make the judgment from information. I don't eat pork. Okay? I don't eat pork. But I don't eat pork not because pork is dirty. Because of the scientific data that I have gathered about the pork meat. And the reason why I am so interested and serious about this topic is that generations of hundreds of years back, they made society do things not out of science, but out of fear. And we are here paying the price. Anytime you let people do things not out of science, not out of information, not out of data, but out of fear, at times they find out about the fear and they will never respect that institution again. And that's why I'm warning those of us who are trying to create a cabal which is preaching that if you get married younger as a woman, you fail because you are immature. No, immaturity does not fall from trees. It comes from a person who is willing to learn. And if you listen to Stonebwoy's wife, she learned how to be a wife earlier in life. Combine how to be a wife with education. Not any education. Rather, education like medical science. And not from, it's not easy. And she was successful with all the three. So for me, I will even say that it is laziness. It is laziness that made some people think that they cannot combine education, career, and marriage at the same time. And if they choose that route, it is okay. But don't project your failure or your fears on others who want to do it, who want to learn, who want to have the desire to do it early. And if you listen to Stonebwoy's wife, the family value marriage. So they taught her early. She said, life is not a linear thing where you have to get everything before you get married. All over the world, from all races, that one person that need more things before getting married is not a woman. It's a man. If you're a woman and want to do it early, you need to have information. You need to know who you are. You need to know what you want, and then find who you can find that thing from. At this point, I want to kill the YouTube stream so that I can come on TikTok and then pick some of you guys who want to come up and have a conversation with me. Hey, Lord Beckham, you're welcome to TikTok Live on the Men's Voice podcast. So, guys on YouTube, thank you for being here, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and also share if you find this information educative and it is helping you in some decision making in relationship, being it romantic, being it casual, being it business wise.